to Green Bay as Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers improved to 5-4 as they beat Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers 16-13 as the Packers fell to 5-2-1 on the season. For the Panthers, Bryce Young, he went 11 for 20. He threw for 102 passing yards, 1 interception. Rico Dotto had the game of his life, 25 carries, 130 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. For the Packers, Jordan Love went 26 for 37. He threw for 273 passing yards, 1 interception. So, obviously, watching this game as a Packers fan, it was very frustrating watching this game. And I was completely stunned when the Carolina Panthers kicked the game-winning field goal in this game and beat the Packers 16-13. Because as a fan, I'm watching this game, and early on I could tell, like, this is going to be one of those games. The Panthers, to their credit, they shortened this game up. They limited the Packers' possessions. They ran the football very effective with Rico Dotto. I mean, Rico Dotto for the game, 25 carries, 130 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. He averaged over 5 yards per carry. He had a great performance running the football for the Panthers. So big shout out to Rico Dotto. He is the clear #1 running back in Carolina, and he is their best player offensively by far. But I have 5 words for head coach Matt LaFleur and quarterback Jordan Love after that 16-13 loss against the Panthers. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? I came on my show last week praising Jordan Love. I came on the show talking about how Jordan Love deserves to be in the NFL MVP conversation and how Jordan Love is the answer at the quarterback position and is the franchise quarterback for the Packers moving forward in Green Bay. I came on the show last week and talked about how the Green Bay Packers have done it yet again, going from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now Jordan Love, and how we have found love in Green Bay, only for Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers to go out there at home and only score 13 points. 13 points. And the Packers, in this particular game, they moved the football in between the 20s. They were moving the football effectively in between the 20s and were successful moving the chains and gaining yards against this Panthers defense in between the 20s. But once they got inside the red zone, the Packers failed to score touchdowns. They were 1 for 5 in the red zone in this game. 1 for 5. And in the game, the Packers, once they got inside the red zone specifically, I think the Panthers did a tremendous job defensively because in between the 20s, Jordan Love, he did force some throws in this game into double coverage. Now, one of those times where he forced the football into double coverage, it worked out for the Packers because Christian Watson caught a deep pass from Jordan Love, and it was in double coverage, but it was a great throw from Jordan Love. But the interception that he threw, that was basically into triple coverage, was unacceptable from Jordan Love. It was unacceptable, and I'm watching the game thinking, what the hell is he doing? What is he doing? It's like sometimes Jordan Love, he gets the play from Matt LaFleur, and he decides in his mind, in the huddle, I'm throwing the ball deep, and it's just, I'm going to throw a ball up there, F it. I'm throwing it to whoever's down there. Christian Watson's down there somewhere, and he just throws the ball up into harm's way. And this is the biggest reason why people are reluctant to put Jordan Love in the elite quarterback conversation and put the Packers as real, legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Because Jordan Love has these type of performances. He's extremely inconsistent. We have moments where Jordan Love performs like a top 6, top 7 quarterback in the NFL. And then he has performances where he looks like he's a below average quarterback. And this was one of those performances. Now, he wasn't horrible in this game. I believe also Matt LaFleur deserves some of the blame as well. Sometimes Matt LaFleur is too conservative with his play calling. I've seen too many times where Matt LaFleur calls wide receiver screens, and I'm thinking to myself, Matt, stop throwing wide receiver screens. Stop it. You have Jordan Love, Romeo Doubs, Josh Jacobs in the backfield. You got Malik Heath at receiver as well. Savion Williams, Matthew Golden. Be more creative offensively and throw the football down the field. Allow Jordan Love to throw the football down the field. Sometimes it's like Matt LaFleur treats Jordan Love like he's a below average quarterback. Now, sometimes Jordan Love plays like a below average quarterback when he's making bad decisions. But from a talent perspective, Jordan Love is a top-tier quarterback in the NFL. He's extremely talented. And I know guys like Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones are playing better than Jordan Love this season, but Jordan Love is more talented than Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold. So I think they have to find a balance between allowing Jordan Love to cook, but also keeping the running game involved in the offense. Because I'm looking at Josh Jacobs so far this year. And in this particular game, Josh Jacobs, 17 carries, 87 rushing yards. And for the season, Josh Jacobs, 141 carries, 534 rushing yards, 10 rushing touchdowns. As prolific as I believe the Packers' passing offense is, the star of this offense and the best player in this Packers offense is Josh Jacobs. It's Josh Jacobs. So Matt LaFleur needs to continue running the football with Josh Jacobs the same way the 49ers utilized Christian McCaffrey in their running game. That's how Matt LaFleur needs to utilize Josh Jacobs and run the football with Jacobs so that can bring those safeties down. And then you get one-on-one matchups with Malik Heath and Matthew Golden and Romeo Doubs. But also in this game, I noticed the Carolina Panthers defensively, they basically in this matchup, from a defensive standpoint, they wanted to see if Jordan Love would be patient. And instead of being patient and taking what the defense gives you, Jordan Love continued to try and hit home runs instead of settling for singles. That's why he threw the interception into triple coverage. And that's the thing with Jordan Love. He has to sometimes take what the defense gives him instead of trying to force the football deep down the field. Take the check down, Jordan. Take the check down. That's what the Panthers' defensive game plan was coming into this game. They wanted to see if Jordan Love would be patient or if he would force the football down the field into double and triple coverage. And they want to see if they can create some turnovers and see if he would just force the football down into double and triple coverage. And he did. He fell exactly for the trap because that's what the Panthers' game plan was coming into this game. They wanted to see if Jordan Love would be patient. If Jordan Love remains patient and dinks and dunks, takes the check downs to the running backs and the tight ends, the Packers win this football game. But because Jordan Love gets impatient, He sometimes throws the football into double and triple coverage, and bad things happen. And so he got to improve with his decision making, and he has to learn how to take what the defense gives him and allow his playmakers in Matthew Golden, in Romeo Doubs, in Josh Jacobs, in Luke Musgrave as well, and Malik Heath to make plays after the catch. That's why the Packers were able to dominate the Steelers the way that they did in Week 8, because they had a lot of yards after catch. So Jordan Love has to be more patient. Matt LaFleur needs to continue to run the football with Josh Jacobs and be patient within this Packers offense. Also, the Packers losing Tucker Kraft, that hurts. That hurts. Tucker Kraft tore his ACL. He was one of the best young tight ends in the NFL, and now he is out for the season with a torn ACL. So Luke Musgrave must step up in his absence and help this Packers offense, because they are so inconsistent. They are inconsistent. I mean, they have some great wins this year against the Lions, Commanders at the time, and against the Steelers, but they've had some very bad losses against the Browns and the Panthers. You have no business losing to the Panthers in Lambeau. No business whatsoever. And the crazy thing about this game is, coming into this game, the Packers, they scored 13 points in this game. That's the fewest points scored in a game without punting since September 24th, 1967. It's unbelievable how they only scored 13 points in this game, and they did not punt the football one time. Not one time. So they were able to move the football effectively, but they did not capitalize once they got inside the red zone, and that's why they lost this game. And that's the biggest reason why the Panthers pulled off an improbable upset in Lambeau. Big shout out to the Carolina Panthers and Dave Canales. Packers home Monday night against the Eagles. We'll see if they respond.